Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone had a great, wonderful day. Took a little bit of time off, about a day, from doing videos. But I thought about it and thought about it and thought about it. And I figured it's high time that we talk about the strange, sometimes lucrative, and sometimes just plain straight up scary secondary market. All right. So, for those of you that don't know what a secondary market is, it's essentially every retail outlet that you could think of to buy items. That's I don't know. It's just, eBay comes to mind. Coin shops is also considered a secondary market. I think if you guys want like a really easy kind of idea of what all this is okay. It's real simple. Where is this produced? The mint, right? The mint produces a product. Okay, the product then gets purchased by the collectors, the people that order them, via mail order or online through a website, and then they'll take the item and then if it's a hot market for said item, they'll turn around and then flip it on to eBay, for example. So it's taking one person's product or a company's product and then simply reselling it. Okay, I guess I could have said that from the very beginning, but I hadn't talked in a day, so my mind is probably running 100 miles an hour faster than it should. But it's a scary place, especially if you don't know exactly all the information you need to know when it comes to your product. So in the past, I've purchased quite a few of these presentation displays. Okay, some of you have probably seen these. At one point, if you're a new collector, you guys probably thought that they were neat. And ironically, they look pretty close to a US Mint packaged set. These have kind of a hidden subliminal, I don't know. There's a cachet to these what I call homemade products. Okay, it's actually glue sealed. You can't even open the thing without actually busting open the case. But there is a hidden type of subliminal sales pitch when it comes to these things. Okay, first of all, you have this great, wonderful buffalo, which, by the way, is on an old piece of currency, if I'm not mistaken, a $10 note, large size, that the company, whoever made this, and it's funny because it just says copyright 1997. There's no actual company affiliated with the packaging of this particular product, but they pilfered this image off of that note, which I'm pretty sure is illegal, first of all. And they took 4 nickels, okay, and they're all buffalo. Of course, the presentation is geared toward, the history of the buffalo nickel, which I think it's neat. But if you look at the coins they picked were all cleaned. And this reminds me a lot of, and this is like, some of you can attest to this, because I've seen a huge number of these for sale in these circulars that they throw in like the Sunday newspaper. And they'll have these things for like $19.95 with $5.95 shipping and handling for 4 coins that collectively is probably worth not even $1. Once these coins are cleaned, you've essentially stripped all of the numismatic value that's associated with such a coin. Like, for example, this San Francisco minted coin here is a nice solid VG. Okay, San Francisco Mint with the S. Half a horn, lots of detail. You actually have a full rim on this one. And it turns out it's a 1929. It's a tougher date, when you're looking at the Buffalo Nickel series, anything after 1931 is like common fodder. The 1929 it's different. Although it's plentiful, it's a much more better type coin than, say, your 35S or your 36S or your 37S. But the crazy thing is all these coins were cleaned to some degree all at the same time. Like, someone has said, hey, you know what, we're gonna make a product where we're putting together these presentation sets with a little bit of history on there, and we're going to sell them via, the newspaper advertising outlet, which was very popular during that time. If it wasn't that, it would be like buying coins off the TV, like some of those TV hucksters that you hear so much about. But this is a presentation that they routinely sold for like between $20 and $30, which, by the time you factored in the products and the coins and stuff, it probably cost them $1.50 to make these things, and the printing of the card and so on. But I come across a bunch of these out there in the secondary market today, and they're asking as much as they paid for them. What a lot of folks have to understand is these sets have no value whatsoever other than either the face value of the coins. Because I've seen presidential coins in these things. These things are still being made today. So I have to throw out caution to all of you out there who are a little bit newer in the coin game, that if you see these things, it's either one of two things are going to happen. You're going to, buy it extremely cheap. And when I mean cheap, I wouldn't even pay $1 for this presentation, because the coins are numismatically compromised because they are clean and they're considered damaged. Or you're going to turn around and run for the hills. All right. This is, I hate to throw a blight on flea markets, but these are running rampant in the flea market scene as a quick, easy way to make, say, $5-10. Because of the internet, these independent companies can't sell these like they did back in 1997, 2001, 2004. It's really difficult, and because people are so much more knowledgeable, even though they don't know a whole lot about coins, they'll hop online and say, oh, wait, that's 50 cents. That's 75 cents. That's a quarter. That's a quarter. They'll go in and do the valuation and make that determination, and therefore it kills the market for these secondary, aftermarket products. So I wanted to kind of throw that out there, that these exist with great regularly. If you find them, at the coin shop or an antique store, keep in mind that oftentimes these coins will be cleaned. They will be common date, and they will be low grade. They'll throw in the coins that are easily accessible to them. Okay, it's much better to buy a bulk lot of good to VG, maybe fine Buffalo nickels, as opposed to buying, some of the nicer, XF and up material, because you spend more money. Okay, it's a profit margin thing. But anyways, enough of the rant. I thought I'd throw that out there and kind of show you guys that these things still do exist. There's probably, as a matter of fact, I know, if you look in your Valpak coupon kit, oftentimes you'll come across something crazy like this. Those, by the way, are the free coupons that you receive in the mail, like once or twice a week. It's crazy. I still see them in there, but yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's kind of long-winded, and I apologize. Feel free to hit like, subscribe, Blue Ridge Silverhound. Appreciate your guys' time, and I look forward to talking more about stuff. I think the theme this week will be secondary market, number one, and number two, we're going to talk about, because it's been brought to my attention, I was actually at an LCS today, and the big talking point was the price of silver is like stagnant right now. It fluctuates, between that $13.50 to $17 price point, and I think because the economy is so much in a good state right now, it's leaving kind of like the precious metals and modern sector of coin numismatics kind of like withering in the wind right now. And we got to talking. It's kind of like a great time to buy because they're price adjusting, their bulk silver and their good bullion at these incredibly low prices. Okay, and they're making probably 1 to 5% premium. If you come across a coin store that's still charging $20 for a silver eagle, they're nuts. The place I was at today was charging $16.50. Nothing wrong with a little bit of premium. I mean, they're silver eagles, but it was a great talking point. And you're going to see proof sets this week, among other things. But anyways, you guys stay tuned. Again, I appreciate it. Love you guys. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.